Task 1 talks about demonstrating an understanding of the FAIS Act as a regulatory framework. Task 1 has 4 qualifying criteria. Let's look at Task 1, Qualifying Criteria 3. Apply knowledge of the financial products within the financial services environment. In a previous video, we discussed different financial products that a rep can come across under the FAIS Act. These range from shares and debentures to bank deposits and foreign financial instruments and products to health service benefits and pension funds. We also looked at the different types of license categories, from which financial products are classified. In this video, we will go through questions to test if you can apply the knowledge acquired on those financial products. True or false? The following statement is an example of an intermediary service. Dineo signs a debit order with her bank for an insurance policy to cover her car. The insurance policy is not with her bank, but another insurer. Her bank simply collects the premiums and passes them over to the insurer. The service by her bank can be considered an intermediary service. False. Dineo's bank provides a platform through which payments can be made by Dineo to her insurer. This is not an intermediary service. Which statement is incorrect and does not describe the intermediary service within the FAIS Act? 1. Intermediary service only relates to factual information given by a representative to a client with regards to a financial product. Incorrect. Or 2. Intermediary service means an activity other than giving of advice that is performed by a person for or on behalf of a client or product supplier. Correct. Which of the following are correct about categories and subcategories of financial products under the FAIS Act? Category 2. All persons authorized as discretionary FSPs. Yes. Category 3. All persons authorized as assistance business FSPs. No. Category 4. All persons authorized as administrative FSPs. No. All persons authorized as administrative FSPs are in Category 3. Indicate which of the following sectors fall under financial services as defined in the FAIS Act. What about long-term insurance? Yes. What about collective investments? Yes. What about banks? Yes. What about postal services? No. However, please note that this would be a different answer if the postal services extended into financial services such as selling insurance policies or collecting premiums on behalf of an insurance company. Indicate whether the following are part of the definition of financial services as indicated in the FAIS Act. What about rendering of only intermediary services? Yes. What about providing only advice? Yes. What about providing both advice and rendering an intermediary service? Yes. All these are financial services. An applicant can apply for advice only, or can apply for intermediary services only, or for both advice and intermediary services. Indicate which of the following are examples of financial products under the FAIS Act. What about deposits? Yes. What about cell phone insurance? Yes. What about loans? No. Loans fall outside the scope of the FAIS Act. They are covered by the National Credit Act. These also include bonds on properties. What about unit trusts? Yes. The FAIS Act states that a client must be offered a product that matches his or her specific needs. Choose one statement that best describes what needs to be considered. What about establishing the amount of additional income the client has to meet her financial goals? No. What about establishing the client's objective, financial background, and financial knowledge and experience? Yes. When can a policy be regarded as invalid under the FAIS Act? What about when the client is registered as a policyholder on the insurer's database? No. This is no reason for a policy to be invalid. What about when the FSP or insurer that is underwriting the policy does not have a license from the FSCA to do so? Yes. This means that the policy cannot be enforced in law. What about when the client has not read their policy summary and the details within the policy to check if they are correct? No. The client has the responsibility to read the policy document and make sure it has the correct details. Which of the following actions can be regarded as rendering a financial service to clients? What about handing out brochures and explaining factual information about products to clients? No. What about updating policy details of clients such as the risk, address, or make of vehicle? Yes. What about sharing own opinion about financial products to clients and recommending some? Yes. Which of the following products are governed by the FAIS Act? What about short-term insurance policies? Yes. What about collective investment schemes? Yes. What about wills and testaments? No. What about fixed deposits? Yes. These are long-term deposits. What are the two main requirements of giving advice to clients? What about keeping a record of advice and updating client details? No. What about establishing the suitability of products and keeping a record of advice? Yes. What about keeping a record of advice and making sure the FAIS Act requirements are met? No. True or false? The following are examples of a financial product in terms of the FAIS Act. What about shares and debentures? True. What about health service benefits? True. What about property? False. What about life insurance? True. We hope you enjoyed the video and learned a lot. Please make sure to check out our other RE videos.